It is Johnny Radulu who start proceedings from center field for the Nadroga side, who's defending the southern end or the hospital end of Churchill Park here in Lautoka. High up it goes, waiting for it at the back is the Suva prop of Vesi Rarawa. He's taking a tackle right on his own 22-meter line, up quickly at the Nadroga side, but it still be with the Suva side, but they've been held up. But the Suva side has managed to push the Nadroga forwards out of their own 22-meter line, but they still been held up. What has the referee said? The referee said is going to go to the Nadroga side after the Suva side failed to utilize that ball from kickoff. Scrummage it will be to Nadroga, 5 out from the Suva 22-meter line and 7 out from the far touch line. Down they go. It is Etoniambula. Etoniambula is probably one of a few survivors from the very first round for this Nadroga side. Going for the release at the back, but it's been taken by the Suva side. Has it gone to the Suva side? But it seems that Nadroga still has the ball, but they've gone through to the 22-meter line. Nadroga out on attack now. It's been kicked forward. What is the rule? The referee said? He said it was knocked forward, and the referee said no, we will not take the advantage of that knock forward by the Nadroga side. We will come back for the scrummage, and scrummage it will be right on the 22-meter line, and 7 out from the far touch line, still on Suva territory. Scrummage it will be to the Suva side, and now it is Chueli Nambongikoro to feed the ball into the scrummage. Down they go, waiting for the referee's call for the engagement, and in it goes by Chueli Nambongi. Scrum being twisted right around, but it's taken by the Nadroga side. It is the Nadroga side who's controlling the ball. Out it goes to Etoniambula. Etoniambula spins it out wide now to Isaiah. Isaiah is taking in a tackle, but it's still with the Nadroga side. Waiting for it at the back is Paulo Caratu. Paulo Caratu gives it out to Chanaratu, but it seems they've knocked it forward, and knocked forward it is by the Nadroga side. And it is half a meter out from the Suva 22-meter line, and approx 11 out from the broadcast touch line. Scrummage it will be to the Suva side after Johnny Radulu knocked the ball forward. Wonderful enterprising play. It was from the Nadroga side. Hallmark of the game that they can put together something out of nothing, a platform that they can set anywhere on the playing field. But it's been spun out right now to Kaminili Nangisa. Kaminili Nangisa gives it a punt, and what has the referee said? It's going to go back to the place where the ball was kicked from. One of those ELV guidelines, as the ball was spun back from the scrummage position, which was outside the 22, and that means if the ball was kicked from inside the 22, it will be regarded as a full out. A line out will be to the Nadroga side. 12 out from Suva try line, taken nicely. What is the referee said? It wasn't straight. Lucky call the time for the Suva side, so it's going to be a Suva's call whether it's going to be another line out or will it be a scrummage to the Suva side. By the looks, they've gone for the option of a scrummage, and a scrummage it will be for the Suva side, right in between the 22-meter line and the try line, and approx 10 out from the far touch line. Down they go controlling at the back is Suva. Number 8 gives it out, and taken cleanly there by Epeli Rivandra. Epeli Rivandra takes it 5 out from the own 22-meter line, but waiting for that at the back is Ilya Satora, who manages to clear from their own danger zone. Waiting for that at the back is Aporosa Tambulawaki. Aporosa Tambulawaki now gives it out to Etoniambula. Etoniambula is taking in a tackle still on the Suva 10-meter line. Nandramako controlling it wonderfully. Giving it now, reverse pass it is to the halfback Etoniambula, but what is the referee said? The Suva side was offside. So quickly taken by the Nadroga side. Out it go now to Manuel Tamaya. Manuel Tamaya gives it out wonderfully now to Porosa. Porosa and it's taken by the Suva side. Suva side now it is with the Suva side out from the 132 middle line, approx 4 meters out. Been spun back out now to Mosese. Mosese looking for supporting players and the little man of Choilin Bongikoro has taken on the ball, has gone down. But the referee said he failed to release the ball after he has gone to the ground, and it's going to be a penalty to the Nadroga side. Penalty, it will be to the Nadroga side, 5 meters inside. Suva 22 and approx 10 out from the far touch line. And it seems that they've gone for the option to go for the uprights. They will go for the uprights as we have now gone almost 10 minutes and neither team has scored. This is the first opportunity for either team to score points. They've gone for the uprights and it is Choneralulu. This guy is a wonderful kicker. As we see this lovely sunshine setting and casting shadows onto the ground, a very light breeze coming from the south, and we hardly see any of these flags spattering. He poises, he moves, he kicks. As he gone through, the referee said, what is the line? The touch judges say no, he's pushed it to the left of the left-hand upright. So it's going to be a restart from the 22 for the Suva side, who is defending the northern end of Churchill Park here in Lautoka. Quickly taken by James Brown on center field, but it was knocked forward in his attempt to do a quick dropout from his own 22 meter line, and it will be a scrummage to the Nadroga side, right on center field and right on the 22 meter line, Suva territory. Tonyambula to put the ball into the scrummage as they wait for the referee's call. And in it goes, put in by Tonyambula, waiting for it, controlling the back, but delayed by the Nabaita Selimboko. Lovely play, smart play that was, and the Suva team was quickly up on defense, but he's gone to the far side. They opted to take the short side on the far side. Nadroga piling over their ball carrier, and back it goes to Ben Ravai. Ben Ravai, what has he done? And the referee said it was a stiff arm tackle by the Suva side, so he's going to come back for a penalty. Penalty it will be to the Nadroga side, right in front of the uprights and on the 22 midline. That was a silly mistake by the Suva side, and this will be a giveaway 3 points to the Nadroga side. It will be Choneralulu once again to try and convert this into points for his own side. We say thank you to our kind sponsors, RB Patel. Save time, save money, great range. We welcome you if you just joined us on this broadcast coming your way live from Churchill Park here in Lautoka. He poises, he moves to the back, looks over his left shoulder. He moves forward, he kicks, and he's scored 3 points for his Nadroga side. And Nadroga is now leading Suva by 3 points to nothing. That was a silly mistake in as far as Suva play is concerned after a stiff arm tackle from one of the Suva players on the Nadroga attacker, and that resulted in a penalty to the Nadroga side. Restart from midfield. It goes wonderful Restarted was from Kaminieli. It was now knocked backwards by the Suva side, but it's James Brown now with the ball. He's gone 5 meters outside the Nadroga 22, waiting for it. At the back is Joeli Nambongi Koro. Nambongi Koro gives it inside now to Mosese. Mosese lost it forward, but it's taken by the Nadroga side. Nadroga now with the ball, and they have advanced 5 meters out from their own 10-meter line. And waiting for it at the back is Nyambula. Nyambula gives it out, but it's knocked back forward, knocked back by the one of the Nadroga players, and it is now with Asia. Asia gives it out now to, and the referee said it was knocked forward by Asia before he releases the ball, and it will be a scrummage to the Suva side. Scrummage, it will be to the Suva side, 5 meters out of the halfway line, and still in their own territory, and approx 8 out from the broadcast touchline. Nadroga leading at this point in time, as we've now gone approximately 15 minutes, and it is Nadroga leading Suva by 3 points to nothing. And it is Chueli Nambongi Koro to feed the ball into the scrummage. Controlling at the back is Samumbola, gives it out quickly now to Kaminieli. Kaminieli gives it out to Epeli Ruivandra. Epeli Ruivandra finds a supporting Ilyas Ataro, is taken right on center field, but has it been stolen? No, it's still with the Suva side, but he's penalized the Suva players for holding the ball after being tackled, and it will be a penalty now to the Nadroga side, 5 meters out from the midway line, and approx 11 out from the far touch line. And it is Johnny Ralulu who's opted to go for the touch line and finding touch 5 out from the 22 middle line, Suva 22 middle line, and 5 out, and 5 out from the Suva 22 middle line. Scrum a line out, it will be to the Nadroga side. It's going to be a short line out evidently. Or is it the Nadroga forwards taking their time to go into the line out proper? But still it will be a 5-man line out to take place. Jumping wonderfully high, the time is Manoa Tamaya. Spins it out wide now to Isaiah. Isaiah is taking in a tackle 5 out from Suva's 22. As Suva stolen it, gives it out wide now to Morvolvola. Has he been taken in the tackle? No. Johnny Ralulu to Simeli. Simeli still with the ball, but he's lost it for the referee said no, it's gone backwards. And Nadroga trying their best to control the ball. They are stolen by the Suva side. Waiting for it at the back is Joeli. Joeli tries to kick it, clear it from the back of the ruck. He does it successfully. Waiting for it is the Nadroga fullback is Absalom Nwangatambu. Nwangatambu finds his spotting player for Etoneambula. Etoneambula is tackled on the 10-meter line in Suva territory. Controlling the ball and going to play halfback at this point in time is Simeli. Simeli gives it out now to the supporting player for Morvolvola, who's taken on the inner tackle on the Suva 10-meter line. Nadroga quickly up and taken that ball 5 out into the Suva 10-meter line. Nadroga hot on attack at this point in time, but they've been penalized after coming from the side of the ruck, and it was lucky for Suva side at that point in time, as the Nadroga side was just beginning to do their role. It is Suva fullback now looking towards the touchline, and high it goes, and finding touch, 5 out from the Nadroga 10-meter line on the far touch line. We welcome you. You've just joined us on this live broadcast coming away from Churchill Park here in Lautoka. We say thank you to our kind sponsors. RB Patel, we make it easy. Save time, save money, great range. Taken by Nadroga and successfully given out now to Isaiah. Isaiah finds his supporting winger Apisalome, playing halfback and then giving out to Isaiah once again. Isaiah knocked it forward as he was tackled, and it will be a scrummage to the Suva side. Scrummage it will be to the Suva side, 5 out from their own 10-meter line and 5 out from the broadcast touchline. Wonderful weather here at Churchill Park. It's one of the Suva players is needing a medical attention, and the referee, it's a blood bin in fact, has asked the Suva player to go into the blood bin and get his injury fixed. And in the meantime, we see Chone Ndelana going into the field of play. Chone Ndelana now into the field of play as he replaces, from what I can see from this position, it is Moses Saunivunua who's gone into the blood bin. Down they go, waiting for the ball to be fed in. Joelin Bongikoro gives it out a lovely reverse pass, but it's been kicked by Kamini Nengisa. Waiting for it at the back is Apisolome. Apisolome gives it out now to Aprosa. Aprosa tries to dance, but he's taken it in a tackle and he's lost the ball forward by the looks. He has lost the ball forward. There's going to be a scrummage to the Suva side. Scrummage it will be to the Suva side. 8 out from the halfway line on Nadroga territory and right on center field. That was a careless play, I would say, by the Nadroga brigade, as he was one of the two players on defense at that point in time. They should have cleared that quickly instead of trying to run rings around the oncoming Suva defenders. We know this Nadroga brigade can set up attack from anywhere on the field, but it is the Suva side who is now on attack, and they are 10 meters out from the Nadroga 22, and they've almost been pushed out still with the Suva side. Suva trying their very best to control the ball, but the Nadroga prop, Ben Ravai, coming round after the ball has been released from the rack, was pushed out of the field of play, so it's going to be a line out. Line out it will be to the Suva side. 8 into the Nadroga territory, still on the broadcast touchline. Joe Dalati now with the task of throwing the ball into the line out situation. Tapped back now to Choengil Nabongikoro at the back also. Stolen by the Nadroga side, quickly stolen by the Nadroga side, but in the process of passing it around, they knocked it forward. That is a hallmark of the Nadroga brigade. As I've said before, they can set up platform and attack from anywhere around the field. That is very dangerous in as far as the Suva side is concerned. They should be very careful in their defensive pattern. Scrummage it will be to the Nadroga side, 5 out from the Suva 22-meter line and right on center field. Waiting. In it goes, controlled at the back by Samumbola, taken by Choeli Nabongikoro, tries to kick it out from the field of play, but goes right up, and coming for it is Apisolame Nawangatamu, and it was knocked forward by one of the Suva players. By the look, it was James Brown who tried to pick the ball from the floor as it was rolling all over the field of play, and in the process he knocked it forward. Scrummage it will be to, it was in fact knocked forward by the Nadroga player as he tried to catch that ball, which was kicked up high. Waiting for it at the back is Samumbola, but quickly spins out wide now to the supporting Epeli Rivanda. He's taking in a tackle still with Suva. He gives it back. It is the replacement player Chone Ndelana. He goes into the ground, waiting for it at the back in the Choeli Nabongikoro. It is Cesar Sima now with the ball. He's gone into the ground, and calling from it is Choeli Nabongikoro. Kamidili Nengisa, he tries, he gives a little up and under. What is the referee said? Was he blocked? The referee said no, carry on. It's still with Nadroga. Simeli Koniferendi. Simeli Koniferendi loses the ball. It's still with the Suva side. What is the referee said? It's gone out of the field of play. Yes, it has gone out from the field of play. It's going to be a line out now to the Nadroga side, 5 out. It's approximately 3 out from the halfway line, still on Nadroga territory, and line out will take place on the far touchline. Line out it will be to the Nadroga side. Referee has called for stoppage. Is it another blood bin case now for the Suva side? Yes, a referee is calling for the medical personalities, or in fact the Suva player has run off the field of play to seek medical attention. And as I said, that I see Manas Nayani now going into the field of play as the Suva player, I believe it is Vili Sukiveta. No, it's not Vili Sukiveta, it's Maleli Vula, who's now gone out now for some repairs. It's taken by the Nadroga side. Joining Ralulu, who finds a gap and gives it out to the Aprosa, the following up person who's coming and giving it now to Isaiah. And what is, as luckily for the Suva side, wonderfully done by the Suva side, it was the far defender who ran across the field and managed to dot the ball down for a 22. Dropout from 22 has two oncoming Nadroga attackers who were speeding to dot the ball down for the first try, but it was lucky. Lucky that time around were the Suva players, as we now gone almost 30 minutes into the game, and it is still Nadroga leading the Suva side by 3 points to nothing. As we see another Suva player gone onto the floor needing medical attention. It seems that is Epeli Rivana. We say thank you to our kind sponsors, RB Patel. Great range, save time, save money. Wonderful crowd gathered here this afternoon in the early encounter. We saw Nandi triumph over the vertical 15 by 15 points to 13. Nothing to be taken away from this vertical side, as they gave it everything. It was a last-minute try to the Nandi side that salvaged their campaign here this afternoon. Taken from the Suva 22, but waiting for that at the back is Aprosa Tambulawaki. He decides to take it himself, but luckily found a more Volvola. More Volvola finds the supporting player, Etuniembula. Etuniembula has gone to 22, and Etuniembula will go for the try. It will be a try to the Nadroga side. Now taking the tally to 8 points. Wonderful try that was to the Nadroga side after some careless play from the Suva players. I was saying earlier on, the Suva defenders should be very, very careful, as this Nadroga side can separate from and attack from anywhere on the playing field. And it is going to be Chwani Rolulu who's going to try and add in extras from 5 out from the far touchline and approx 3 out from the 22-meter line. Wonderful try at the time by Nadroga, taking their tally now to 8 points. And we quickly look at the stats. We notice that Suva has had 3 scrummages and Nadroga 2. With the line out, it is Nadroga who has had 3 lineouts, and Suva has had 2 lineouts. Nadroga now has had 4 penalties awarded to them, and Suva 1. And that is successful as well, taking Nadroga's tally now to 10, and Suva yet to score. We've gone now 31 minutes into the first half, and it is Nadroga leading the Suva side by 10 points to nothing. As we await to start the proceedings, and now from the center field, and it is Kamineli Nengisa to start things all over again. High up it goes. Nadroga forwards waiting for it, but it was James Brown who was first in to take the ball, but he knocked it forward. Waiting for it is Nadroga back but wonderfully taken there by Absalom Inawagatambu. He's taken into the ground, calling for the releases. Tony Mbula gives it out wide now, and a reverse pass to Mano Tamaya. He's taken in a tackle. Tony Mbula once again gives it out wide to Chandra Lulu. Pelingati forward from his own from the halfway line, still on his own territory. And playing halfback is Apisola Menawangatambu, spins it out wide now to Isaiah. Isaiah is taking in a tackle 5 meters inside Suva territory, and a penalty to the Suva side after he failed to release the ball as he was tackled. And referee said, let's continue play. And it is the Suva Mane Livula who's gone into the Nadroga 10-meter line. He spins it back and gives it out to Kamil Nengiso, who decides to give it a huge nudge. And waiting for it at the back is Simeli Koniferendi. What does the referee said? It's going to be a penalty to the Suva side after the Nadroga players failed to retreat 10 meters after the penalty was awarded to the Suva side. What will the Suva side do now? Will they go for the uprights, or will they look for the touchline? Penalty, it will be to the Suva side. I think that is an appropriate decision to take at this point in time. They're going for the uprights to try and decrease the deficit at 10 points to nothing. It's going to be a penalty now to the Suva side. Approx 10 out from the Nadroga 22 and 10 out from the far touch line. Looks like a 35-degree angle and approximately a 45 meter kick. Nadroga leading Suva by 10 points to nothing after a wonderful try was scored by Nadroga. It seems that it is Kaminieli Nengiza. He poises. He looks over his left shoulder, calculates his angle, and he looks at the ball, and the post moves forward. He kicks. Will he have the distance? It will be short of distance as he landed in front of the uprights, and at the back waiting for it to clear the ball is Simeli Koniferendi. Kicks it up high, but waiting for it at the back is Nangasima. Nangasima is tackled 5 out from Nadroga's 22. Waiting for back is James Brown. James Brown, what has he done? Yes, there was shepherding for the Suva side. It's going to be a penalty to the Nadroga side. Quickly taken by Mano Tamaya. Gives it to the supporting player of Jerry Nawure, who's taken in a tackle on the halfway middle line. Calling for at the back is Tony Mbula. Gives it out wide now to Setavana Soma, who's taken in a tackle right on halfway line. He spins it out wide now to the supporting player of Epelingativi. Epelingativi finds Abisalami, who's tackled right on halfway line and loses the ball forward. And the referee said it was not forward before it went out of the field of play, and it's going to be a scrummage to the Suva side, a meter out from the halfway line, and 5 out from the broadcast touchline, still on the Suva territory. As we wait for the scrummage to be formed, and we wait for Chueli Nambongi Koro to feed the ball in the scrummage, and it goes controlling that at the back wonderfully Samumbola, and looking for the ball is Chueli Nambongi Koro, gives it out what to Kaminieli. Kaminieli gives it out now to Epeli Rivando, bursts into between two defenders, but is taken and tackled. The referee said it's a penalty to the Suva side after the defending Nadroga player dived into the Suva player who was already on the ground, and struggling to gain advantage and gain meters. There is Sitiveni Kunanga. Kunanga spins it out wide now to the supporting player of Luque. Luque is taking in the tackle, so we're trying their very best to control that ball, but it's been stolen by the Nadroga side. Wonderfully stolen that was by the Nadroga side. Calling for it is Temiambula. Temiambula, what is he spilled the ball forward. By the looks, the referee has blown it up and he said it was knocked forward by Nadroga. It's going to be a scrummage to the Suva side, right in between the 22-meter line and halfway line, still on the Nadroga territory. Scrummage, it will be to the Suva side after Nadroga spilt that ball forward. We say thank you to our kind sponsors, RB Patel. We make it easy, save time, save money, great range. Scrummage, it will be to the Suva side. Down they go, but they've been pushed back. What is the referee said? Was an early push. He said it's okay, let's continue. It is the Suva player, it's the Suva wingers running quickly. So wonderful try to the Suva side. Wonderful try that was to the Suva side. That was scored by Sokiveta, who managed to outsprint Nadroga defenders. Wonderful try that was to Sokiveta. And Suva is now on the points table after that wonderful try. Wonderful try that was to the Suva side. As we wait for Kamineri Naingisa to add extra points and reduce the deficit. It is Nadroga now leading Suva by 10 points to 5. 10 points to 5 it is. We welcome you if you've just joined us on this live broadcast coming away from Churchill Park here in Lautoka. This is between Nadroga and Suva. Okay, that is around 45 degrees and also approx 45 meters. Seems that has managed to find the target, and Suva has actually reduced the deficit, and they are now 7. Nadroga still leading by 10 points. It's 10 points to Nadroga and 7 points to the Suva side after a wonderful try that was scored by Vili Sokiveta, who outsprinted the defending Nadroga brigade and scored a wonderful try. It is now Chonera Lulu to start proceedings from center field. High up it goes, waiting for it at the back. Is it Naingisa or is it Joe Dolati? He's taking a tackle 5 out from his own 22. Calling for it at the back is Joeli Nambongikoro. Joeli Nambongikoro asking for the release of the ball 5 out, and he's decided to kick it himself and finding the defending Nadroga player, and it is by the looks from this, it's Paulo Karatu. Paulo Karatu is taken in a tackle. Nadroga trying very desperately to control their own ball, giving it out to Chonera Lulu. Chonera Lulu gives it on out to the supporting Nadroga player, still with Nadroga. He gives it up to the big frame of Sitivano, throws Somoda. Somoda finds the speeding winger of Aprosa. He runs him back. Still with another player. What as the referee said was the Suva players tried to slow that speeding ball from the Nadroga side, and he's penalized the Suva player. That was another silly play from the Suva player, who was actually on the field lying down on the ground and trying to stop that play for the Nadroga side, and in the process Suva is being penalized again. If they continue like this, it's definitely going to be a big scoreline for Nadroga. We know the caliber of this kicker, Chonera Lulu. Chonera Lulu is actually taking it a meter outside the Suva 22, and it looks like a 25 degrees angle, and approximately around 20 to 25 meter kick as well. He poises, he moves left, he looks at his angle, looks always left shoulder, and does his calculation. No wind at all over here. Very, very slight breeze we're experiencing here at Churchill Park. He kicks high, goes, and he's gone in, and Nadroga now increasing their tally to 13. Nadroga increasing their tally now to 13, and Suva 7. Oh, wonderful kick that was from Joe Choneralulu, and it's going to be Kaminieli Nengisa to once again start from the halfway line. As we see the shadows, the entire pavilion here covering half of Churchill Park, as we see the sun now setting here in the west. It is Nadroga with the ball now, calling for it is Tony Ambula, but it's stolen by Suva side. Referee said it's okay. It is Choeli Dolati. Choeli Dolati goes into the Nadroga 22 and gives it out wide now to Resira Rawa. Resira Rawa is taking an tackle, he's been pushed backwards, but still with the Suva side. It's Vili Sokriveta now with the ball, quickly in support of the Suva forwards. And it is Suva trying their very best to control the ball. Yes, they managed to control the ball. And it's Choeli Nambongi Koro. Choeli Nambongi Koro with the ball. Gives it out wide now to the big frame of Alipate. Alipate is taken in the tackle quickly by the Nadroga side, but it's the Suva side still with the ball. Gives it out to James Brown. James Brown trying to bust his way through defending Nadroga players, and he's taken into the field, into the ground, and it's going to be a drop goal. Will it be? Yes, he's gone for a drop goal, and he's pushed it to the left of the left and upright, and the referee said will restart from the 22. Wonderful play that was from Kaminieli Nangisa, but it was off target. The thinking was right, but the execution wasn't that good. And it's taken down the outside from the 22-meter line. It's been knocked forward by Rupeni Masinga, the captain, and at the back waiting for it is Kaminieli Nangisa. Kaminieli Nangisa gives it out to Samumbola. Samumbola finds his way through the Nadroga defenders and is tackled 5 out from the Nadroga 22. And what does the referee said? It was the Nadroga player trying to handle that ball in the right situation. It's going to be a penalty now to the Suva side. 2 out from the Nadroga 22 and 15 out. Or was it 10 out? 15 out from the far touchline. It's going to be another 10 to go for the uprights for the Suva side. Suva will go for the uprights after the Nadroga player was penalized for handling the ball in the ruck situation. Naingisa on the far side of the field, and approximately a 40-degree angle and a 35 to 40 meter kick. He poises, he moves back, and he positions his hand Wilkinson style, looks over his shoulder and looks at the ball and does his own mental calculation. He moves forward, he kicks. Yes, he's successful, and Suva has now gone to 10 points. 3 points separates the two teams, Nadroga 13 and Suva 10. We welcome you if you've just joined us on this live commentary coming away from Churchill Park here in Lautoka. We say thank you to our kind sponsors, RB Patel. We make it easy, save time, save money, great range. Johnny Ragulu to start the proceedings from center field. It looks that he's going to miss the 10-meter line. He's going to come back for a free kick on center field to the Suva side. free kick. It will be to the Suva side. It's going to be a scrummage. Scrummage it will be to the Suva side after Ralulu failed to find the 10-meter line in that restart. Joeli Nambongi Koro to feed the ball once again into the scrummage position. Down they go, waiting for the engagement call from the referee. In it goes. It is once again Samumbola controlling wonderfully from the back of the scrummage, back to Joeli Nambongi Koro, and gives it out now to Manueli Vula. Is it Manueli Vula by the looks on this wing side? But it's been stolen by the Nadroga side. And waiting for it at the back is Tony Mbulo, gives it out wide now to the supporting Nadroga player, Choni Ralulu by the looks. Gives it out wide to Rupeni Nasinga, the captain playing by example. It is Jerry Naure, goes, advances 2 meters. So defenders coming in quickly, but still with Nadroga calling for that. At the back is Tony Mbulo, gives it out to Choni Ralulu, drops the ball. And Choni Ralulu, in that anticipation, he looked at the oncoming player instead of focusing on the ball, and in the process he drops the ball, but it's taken quickly by Suva, who decided not to take the scrummage and go for the advantage. And it's still with the Suva side, with the referee called them back, but the referee said let's go and continue. Suva is still with the ball 2 meters inside the Nadroga territory. Waiting for the back to Bonkoro. He gives it out wide now to the big frame of Moses. And Moses has gone onto the ground. So we're still controlling the ball wonderfully. We're waiting for his Joeli Nambongi gives it out wide to Nangisa. Nangisa decides to do a little grabber and has failed to gather the ball after it bounced up high and waiting for the back is Simeli Konivirendi. Konivirendi goes into the ground, but there is Etene Mbula. Etene Mbula is guiding forwards quite well and gives it up to Ben Ravai. Ben Ravai decides to give a wide pass into the open field, but finds the supporting play of Rupeni. Rupeni Nasinga, Nadroga captain. And it is the big frame of Setevano Somoda, who barges away 2 meters upfield and waiting for it at the back. What does the referee say? The referee said it was a stiff arm by one of the Nadroga players as he enters the ruck situation. One of the Nadroga players has been penalized for going in with a stiff arm into the ruck situation, and that has resulted in one of the Suva players going into the ground and now needing medical attention. Definitely I wouldn't know him from that position, and we see that one of the Nadroga players has been a yellow card. It looks as that is Ben Rava. I will confirm that to you in a short while, but it is one of the Nadroga players that has been sent out, yellow carded, and gone to the naughty boys chair to cool things down for the next 10 minutes. It's Jerry Naure. Jerry Naure has been yellow carded after going into the ruck situation with a stiff arm. So he's decided not to go for the touchline after the penalty was awarded to them, but it's been passed out and it's been knocked forward by the Suicide. They decided to take that quickly and they failed miserably. And referee said, well, that's it for the first half. We'll take a break. And until we come back for the second half, this is the second half of this encounter. The conclusion of the first half. It is Nadroga leading the visitors from Suva. By the way, this is Nadroga's home game. Nadroga leading the visitors from Suva by 13 points to 10. Wonderful try that was scored by the Nadroga side, coupled with a couple of penalties and a conversion, taking their tally to 13. Suva, of course, also scored a wonderful try and was converted before a conversion was also converted, taking their tally to 10 as we wait the commencement of the second half from halfway and taken there by the Nadroga side right on their own 22-meter line. They're now controlling, defending the northern end or the city end of Churchill Park. It's been kicked high by the Nadroga side. Waiting for it at the back is Simon gives him back now to Kamini Nenge, so decides to kick it up high, but didn't find much territory, and taken by the Nadroga side on their own 10-meter line. Controlling at the back now is the number 7 at Pelinka TV. But it's been knocked forward by the Suva fullback. What has the referee said? Has it been knocked forward? Yes, it's knocked forward by the Suva fullback Simeli Conferendi. And it's going to be a scrummage now to the Nadroga side. A meter from the Suva 10-meter line, and approx 7 out from the far touch line. As we see one of the Nadroga impact players, it seems that it is Seru Dakambao, who is now gone onto the field of play, and will he play? Is gonna replace Jerry Nauriure. Jerry Nauriure has gone out of the field of play, and it is Seru Dakambao who's now taking his place. And as the Sinbind player for the Nadroga side that was it has also gone off the field of play, and it's Seru Dakambao now gone into the field of play. Or is it Ase Limboko? We'll confirm that to you in a short while. It looks like the lanky frame of Ase Limboko, who's gone off the field of play as they try